everyone. In today's video, I'm going to talk about what to write in a journal. This could be something that you might be struggling with if you are new to journaling, or even if sometimes you just have writer's block and don't know what to write, and you know you should, but you just don't know where to start. So this is going to be a video that hopefully will help you to learn what to write in a journal. So the first one is going to be kind of obvious, but I'm going to explain it, and that is to write whatever you are feeling or thinking right now. So this might be almost sound too simple, but this is really a good place to start. In any moment, you obviously have thoughts going on all the time, and most likely you have feelings as well about those thoughts or about other things. So a great place to start if you don't know where else to start writing is to just with your thoughts. Just write everything that's going on in your mind right now, and that might lead to what the feelings are that those thoughts are creating. Another thing you can do is write down random thoughts, quotes, or ideas that you want to remember. Now, this might not seem like a typical way of journaling, but this is something that you can use to kickstart your brain if you don't know what to write. Like random thoughts can be anything from I I want to hang out with this person and I want to, you know, go do this fun thing with them. And that might make you think more about why. And then there might be some quotes that you heard recently that you want to remember. And then if you write the quote down, you can write down what you liked about the quote and, things like that. And then ideas you want to remember can be something that is like a creative or artistic thing you want to do, or anything at all that you have thought of recently that you didn't write down, because that's the whole point of journaling, is to write things down to get them out of your head. And so many times during the day you're gonna think, oh, I wish I can remember this because this is really good information. And so if you get into the habit of carrying around a little notebook or a small journal, or if you're home and you just have a journal handy, that's a great way to keep something nearby that you can write down these ideas in. So you can ask yourself some questions to get started with, like journal prompts such as I feel, I want, I think, today, right now, and in this moment. These are beginning phrases that you can finish, and I'm pretty sure that if you read through these right now, you can even think of things to say, such as I feel. You could say, I feel melancholy because it's a cloudy day and there's nothing to do. Or you could say, I want to go visit the beach. Or you can say, I think that anything that you're thinking, that's a very wide topic right there. Almost anything that you're thinking, you can write down. Today, you can write down what you did today, and that's very simple. Today I went for a walk and I saw a really cute dog, and you can just document what you did, everything you did that day in detail. You could write right now, and that could be anything that is happening. Like right now, I am hearing thunder from the thunderstorm, or right now I feel like I need to focus more on exercise, and that might help me in my life. And that also goes along with that last one, in this moment. So anything in the moment, that this can pertain to any of your senses. Start going through your senses. Write down things that you see, write down things that you hear, things that you are feeling. And this is a nice exercise I like to do, is I go through each of the five senses and I name all of the things. So every single thing that I see, everything that I hear, everything that I taste, everything I feel, and everything I smell. And that might not even be a lot. Like at any given time, you're probably not going to taste a whole lot, especially if you're journaling. You're not in the middle of dinner. So that might be something like I taste the mint gum that I'm chewing or something like that. Or it could just be, the flavor of your toothpaste that you last used to brush your teeth. So there's always something. Some more questions you can ask yourself is what's going on, and that could pertain to anything in your life, what's going on in your immediate vicinity, or what's going on as a whole, like what's happening in your life. How do you feel? What are you thinking about? What do you want? Or you can just use journal prompts. I love journal prompts, and I've got a couple of these in my Etsy shop. This one here is particularly for stress and anxiety and panic attacks. It's got lots of pages, and if that's something that you're interested in, I'll leave a link down below. And what I really like about those types of journal prompts is they really go deep. If you are anybody that has some sort of a mental struggles in any way, which most of us are these days, this is a great thing to work yourself through those feelings and emotions. And I'm going to be making a lot more of these journal prompts because I really like this style of having the white space after to write your answer in. Because when you use journal prompts, a lot of times you're just looking at a picture of a bunch of questions and they're all squished together, and you really have to grab a separate notebook or journal and then keep track of which ones you've answered. And it's a clunky way to do it. And I like to do it this way because it's more organized, it looks better, you can keep track of which question you're on, and it kind of reminds me of, when you were in school and you did homework and they gave you space to answer each question. And I really like that. And that's one of the reasons why I started making my own journals, planners, workbooks, and all those things because I just love paper, and that's why I like to sell printable things that people can print at home. And so I'm going to be making a lot more of those journal prompts, but you can find these all over the internet. You can even find other YouTube videos where they will read them to you. I've done a couple of these videos, but I wasn't quite sure how people liked them because when you're doing journal prompts from a video, that presents a little bit of a problem as well because you either have to pause the video after every question, which is annoying, or you have to hope that they give you enough time to write. And so I don't really prefer that method either. I much prefer paper. So if you can find journal prompts in any way, shape, or form, and that helps you, that's amazing because journal prompts are really the way to go, I think, when you don't have anything else to write. So I have a journal. It's actually called the Nighttime Journal Pages. It's in my Etsy shop, and these are printable as well. So this one includes a little section for the things that you accomplished that day, the things you need to do tomorrow, the best thing about today, the worst thing about today, 5 things that you're grateful for, and 5 things you're excited for tomorrow. So the reason why I gathered all of these together is I think these are actually the perfect journal prompts. And these are ones that everybody should do every day, I think, if I had to pick. Well, I did pick. This is the thing that I created because I use this myself. And I created this because I could not find anywhere this perfect journal prompts to end your day because these are things that I think everybody should, you know, assess. Assessing each day at the end of the day is such a great way to end your day. It's such a great way to get yourself ready for bed. And I think these questions they're deep. Not so much the things you accomplished, but in the things you need to do tomorrow. But those kind of signify that your day is done and you're ready to end it and then start the next day. But writing down the worst thing and the best thing about the day is it helps you just, assess your life and determine, how the day was and things you want to remember. So like let's say you save these pages and you go back and look and they're very good things to look at. And then the things that you're grateful for, that's just, something that everybody should do every day as far as if you can choose one thing to write about, I would say gratitude. And I've done other videos on gratitude journals because I really think they're that important. I think they're so crucial for your mindset, for the way you look at the world, for your mental health. So if you're struggling with mental health at all, then starting a gratitude journal is just one of the best things you can do. And so just writing down 5 every night, I think will take you very far. I do this every night and every morning as well. And then 5 things that you're excited for tomorrow, I think that's important too because you don't want to just think about the bad stuff. You want to be excited about things. And when you're going to bed, that's a perfect time to get excited about those things. And so in those nighttime pages, I also have this brain dump freestyle journaling page. So this is a page to write out everything. So as I mentioned earlier in this video, just writing out your feelings, dumping your brain, everything that you're thinking, it's very therapeutic to do that and to not have direction. I mean, journal prompts are amazing in their own way, but I think also getting used to doing this freestyle type of journaling will help you be more creative. It'll help you, you might think that you don't know what to write, but once you start, and it'll take you there. And this is something that Morning Pages helps with. I talk about this a lot in the book by Julia Cameron. It's called The Artist's Way. And that book is where I learned how to do morning pages. So what that is you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do, you grab a pen, grab a blank piece of paper, and you just write whatever. So that's a great way to practice. Even if you're not even sure what to write, you can even write, I don't know what to write. This is stupid. Right now I should be getting ready for work. And just write those. If you have any feeling at all, write it. And that can spur you on or motivate you to write something else. It kind of opens the floodgates. And that's why it's called brain dump, because once you start, and then maybe you'll say something that you weren't expecting to say, and then you could say, oh, I forgot about that, or I should look into that more, or I should dive deeper into that subject, and that reminds me of this. And it's great. This is the whole reason why journaling is so therapeutic, is to just get everything out of your head out onto paper. So another thing that you can write in your journal is a to-do list for the next day. So this kind of crosses over into a planner, but I really think that journals and planners are so similar in many ways, and they're both equally as beneficial. I think organizing your tasks for the day, like your priorities, the things that you have to do, the things that you want to do, the things that you are probably not going to get to, but you want to remember to do another time. Oh my gosh, it's just the best thing that you can do for your mind. I have several journals and planners for this very purpose. Um, for my business, for personal, for education, all the things I learn, I organize in a planner and in a binder. And this is why I talk about binders a lot. If you've watched my channel, then you know how much of an advocate I am for buying printable journals, printable planners, and then putting them in a binder, because you can organize them in any way you want, and you can just have fun with it. It's such a fun hobby. And not only is it fun, but it's very beneficial for every reason. It's beneficial for your mind. It helps you feel more in control. And I mean, who doesn't want to feel more in control of your life? This is one area where you can you can always know where you are. You can always look at it and say, okay, this is what I've done. This is what I need to do. And then if it comes with a journal too, you can write down your thoughts about those things. I really just can't say enough about how amazing I think journals and planners are. And this is why I make them. This is why this is a huge part of my business, and I'm a huge advocate for using these. So on that note, that is how I will end this video, because this is something that this is a good jump start. All of the things that I told you in this video are a great place to start. And once you get the practice of overcoming writer's block, then you will always be able to do it, especially with the tips in this video. So I'm going to be leaving a link, or actually you can, on the screen, where you can click to another video where I give a quick start guide for journaling tips. And that kind of has some of what I talked about in this video, but a little more too, as far as, just sitting down and wanting to know what you can do to start. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you got some benefit out of this. Share this with anyone that you know who also loves journaling, with anyone that might be struggling with how to actually know what to write in your journal. So I hope to see you again in the next video.